Okay, a couple of related questions about, I think, probably one of the latter presuppositions that you made in your first talk, in that you indicated at the end of the last hour that your arguments were based upon a presupposition of the existence of God.
Yes.
So the question, I guess, is from a non-theistic perspective, is it possible to approach and evaluate the evidence for the resurrection without the presupposition of God's existence and without a predisposition towards miracles? And I guess my question of that would be, where does it lead you?
Okay, I think you can, Patty, but it's just so much more difficult and so unnecessary. As a philosopher, I'm convinced that there are very good arguments for God's existence wholly apart from the New Testament or the Bible. And this is part of my background knowledge that I bring when I start investigating claims of Jesus. So why shouldn't I avail myself of that knowledge? I think you can bracket that if you want to. In an artificial way, you can set that aside. Why anybody would want to do that, I can't imagine, but you can bracket that, set it aside, and just approach the evidence for the resurrection of Jesus with an attitude of agnosticism about the existence of God. And I would say, even on agnosticism, the agnostic, since he doesn't know whether there's a God, can't say with any confidence that it is improbable that God would raise Jesus from the dead. Why would he think that that's improbable, especially if he has no good argument against the existence of God? So I think you can approach this as an agnostic, and the evidence for the resurrection itself could lead you to think that God exists, that the best explanation of this is a miracle, and that as an agnostic, you've got to be at least open to the possibility of God's existence, and therefore miracles.